By the time you're done, I'll be done with my sandwich.
Bites left has to be.
So, would anyone like to recap for inspiration?
Um, yeah, but I do want to say this. I don't think Wendy's fries are that good.
They used to suck ass, but they've like improved them a little bit, but they're
Yeah.
still not great. They're not the top fast food.
In my
fry, for
humble
sure.
opinion, the problem with Wendy's fries is there's like a 2.5 minute window when you can eat them and they're
Yes.
tasty.
They're so
Absolutely.
good at that point, though.
Yeah, but I mean after that, after that, what is it? 180 seconds or 150 seconds. They are like rubber.
hmm
Yeah.
Our
I've
Wendy's
gone
is probably one of our best fry places in town. Unfortunately, most of our places are bad.
for in the fast food scheme. I've gone back to McDonald's. I said no to their fries for a long time. I've gone back. I think
Their
they're
fries are the best out of fast food places.
yeah. I
in
think
my
they're
opinion.
the top tier now.
If we're not counting like
McDonald's.
Freddy's and Steak and Shake, because
Our
those
McDonald's has a 30-second window of edibility
Oh, wow.
on their fries. Yeah,
That's
it's
impressive.
inconceivably bad.
Our
So,
McDonald's
no.
does a poor job on a few things.
See, that's why as soon as you get them, you eat them in the car because
Yeah.
once
Yeah,
they get a little cold, you might as well not even eat them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta start fries first, or you put the fries on the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a pro move.
Yeah. Okay. So I wrote down we fought some weirdos. There were the cult members that were going after Mrs. Truth. We had a good old fashioned street fight in which we killed everyone.
mhm.
I don't know that we knew why, but they meant harm, and we weren't going to let our dear friend get injured. After the fight, we went to the mausoleum. It turned out to be not good in a number of ways. I don't think we really got anything of like real significance from that place. Once we finally left, everybody left uninjured. We went to the auction house, which was it Fiddle and Blind's auction house, okay, these are bad notes because I just wrote hands, clutch, and claw, and I don't know what that means. But we learned, yeah, I don't know what that means. We did learn quite a bit though. I mean, we confirmed that the Cecilia was there. She was looking for the book. Obviously, didn't get the book, but we got some good connective clues that some of the prophecy stuff that's like related to the newspaper now like the newspaper might not be reliable from what they said. Who knows? But we have determined that we're gonna go to the library because it's the library. The bookstore is one of the pieces of the prophecy, the places of like notes and I don't know what the word is, but it's like pamphlets to me. We're gonna go there and see if we can find the book that she's after, or maybe something else that's valuable. Because at the auction house, you can get a squeam, which is very powerful and important. Yeah, I got squeamed for charisma, is what has been written down. I've been squeamed.
You did get squeamed.
Yeah, I've been squeamed thanks to my good friend, Mrs. Truth. We found out some interesting things. The emissary does have some memory issues. That Earl Grey is more than he appears to be. Potential escapee from a mental asylum. Who knows? A Wigwillem has been selling his body to the auction house for free, or mostly free for a few years, it seems. couple wild things.
Yeah, you guys kind of got some timid leads in a couple directions. You had been inside the mausoleum, however, it was very clear in the two vastly different directions you began to explore that if you were to continue pursuing whatever direction you were headed, you were going to draw yourselves farther and farther apart from each other. So, in an attempt to keep as unified as possible, um, you collected back and went to Fiddle and Blinds, learned a couple of things, and have now these possible directions where you can be headed. Um, I think Sean, you mentioned you guys had a pretty good idea of where you go, but to confirm, where is it that you are headed next?
If I'm remembering correct, I believe the decision was to go to the library. I think we were going after the book thing, and I believe it was the library that was chosen, not the bookstore.
Okay. All right. Okay, buddy. To the library.
Yeah, there's a scary librarian. Yeah, or so we've been told. It could be one of those things where like, oh, it's so scary, don't go there. When you get there, it's just like a friendly dog that barks.
That's very probably right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In this place,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Chapter
The
5.
library's mean because she's just like lonely, right? It's that movie where it's the old librarian and nobody likes her, but you just got to get to know her.
Okay, let's see. So, the lot of you can exit the auction house immediately out into the sprinkling rain that begins to pour more heavily as you attend to the streets. And quickly, those of you who may have only been slightly damp first begin to feel yourselves being soaked through your hair and clothes, suddenly taking on a chill as they cling to your face and skin. Um, and I think it's apt to say that of everyone who is amongst you who has a relative idea of where the library is, it makes the most sense to me that Earl Grey, you have had the most functioning memory of this place. Um, uh, do you think Earl spends a significant amount of time here or only comes here as necessary?
I feel like he, in his free time, he does come here a lot. So I feel like he'd be very familiar with it.
Okay. In that case, you are a little bit more apt to lead the party towards this building. Um, it is easy to miss. It is just yet another single door, unmarked and unguarded, on a stone wall in a lonely street. There is paint that peels off of the bricks. The whitewash is falling in chips due to the rain. But you know this place as you have been within it, possibly by accident at first, but then with intention on a handful of times. Uh, and so when you approach this blank door, few others would have any reason to believe you when you say that you know it is in fact the library inside. Is there anything anyone wishes to do before entering?
Nothing I can think of.
I got that.
All right. So beyond the door is immediately a row of bookshelves that you can only see because the outside light is just enough to spill in. You can see down this immediate pass that there are some bobbing green and purple lights that flicker in and out of sight, and even some that appear to reach above to the ceiling at least 20 to 30 feet above you. However, despite the floating lights, this place appears to be incredibly dark. You have in front of you just the path and the books on either side, and perhaps, and certainly to Earl's knowledge, more library beyond. How would you like to go about your exploration? Do you wish to look for something specifically immediately, or do you wish to look for assistance in finding what you were looking for?
Wigblum has an epiphany and says,
Great.
"Oh, oh, I figured it out. The reason I was thinking of the auction house in Hands Clutch and Claw is that the prophecy says hands clutch and claw, gold shimmers in their eyes, and maybe that's the auction house."
Oh.
You know, as I've been saying this whole walk, as I've been reciting the prophecy.
Well, I think you make an excellent point to Wigglum. So, to the auction house.
Ah, yes, to the auction house.
Wait, we just got it.
What? Oh, yes. Well, let's look for that book then, shall we?
Let's see.
Earl, you seem to know this place. Well, what should we do?
This place is fucking huge. I was just gonna ask the big guy on campus. I forgot this.
The head librarian.
Yeah. What, you know the guy or something? Like,
No, just
oh, so, you just sounded like you did. Now, let's just go. I'm sorry.
You begin to walk into the dark, past the first initial shelves of books, and then into an antechamber that appears to be filled with shelves. Parchments, bound notes, pamphlets, books, bound and unbound, lay in categorical category on every shelf that you can see. Each shelf is about 10 feet high. There is ceiling that reaches above and blackness that obscures wherever that may be. But this antechamber has several rows of bookshelves that are all filled, as well as the sounds of things walking amongst the shelves themselves. You hear the clicking of heels on some of the stonework. You also hear a little snatch of claws clattering on the stone as well. Um, as you walk, you hear above you a growl that turns into almost a purring rumble as you are greeted by a voice in the darkness that says, "Welcome. What has brought you? What secrets are you seeking answers for?"
We came searching for a book that may have been taken out recently. Um, the name is leaving me. Does anybody remember the name of the book?
Tales of Mortimer Filigree.
That one.
The voice above you comes from a lion's head on on a furred cat-like body that also has great feathered wings folded against it. Its tail flicks and snaps, and there is beading and charms that appear to be tied within the mane of the lion who sits on the bookshelves above you. I may know the location of such tome. Knowledge here is not given freely. An exchange must be made. Share something with the chief librarian, and you may be given the information you seek. Or you may answer a riddle from myself. Should you answer correctly, I will speak to the head librarian on your behalf.
How we feeling, guys? A riddle? You want to give something up?
I do the motion of like pulling at my slime sides, and like I don't have anybody.
You got a lot of bones.
Not anymore, actually. Not anymore.
Fuck.
In the library, the only things we exchange are information.
Okay.
How do we feel about the riddle?
No, I'm for the riddle.
Agreed. Who doesn't
That
like a
sounds
riddle?
like fun.
I hate riddles.
Well, do
Never like them.
you have any information to give up?
I know where we can get a squeam.
That is valuable information.
There's a
Ooh, I know something. The money in the auction house is like kind of fake.
This is true.
Yeah.
The tail twitches, and you can see in the sort of like glassy eyes of the Sphinx above you, there is some thought, though you cannot see like pupils in this beast's face. You can see that the eyes are in fact moving, and and the Sphinx lowers his head towards his paws on the bookshelf that he rests upon, and says, "What information then would you like in exchange for what you have offered?"
act for the location of the book or the location of the girl. If
Who offered information?
the Sphinx,
We know that if we find the book, we find the girl, presumably. So
right? Let's just ask about the book then. Just like that. So, can we know the location of the Tales of Mortimer Filigree? That one, that book.
The claws in the paws extend and scrape into the woodwork that it rests upon, and says, and the Sphinx says to you, "That book has never been within our walls, though
Okay.
we desire it. Mr. Snerium is a man of some stubborn nature and refuses to yield to our barter."
Um, Mr. Who again?
Mr. Snail. Mr. Snail.
Snail. Snail. Okay. So he owns the book.
It is currently in his possession.
Right. I feel like we can get the book from him, right? We got some charismatic folks in here.
Does anybody know who this is?
He's the bookshop owner, is he not?
Is
Wait,
he right?
is that true?
As you're talking, a very large badger walks past you and sniffs like around your feet and then walks further into the darkness. You hear some scrabbling and you hear someone shouting and like some biting in an aisle away
Legend.
from you.
Icon. Is this the first badger sighting? Oh my god. Guys, I'm highlighting
Oh,
this. Holy shit.
This is important
uh,
information.
Fuck yeah, it is.
do do I know Mr. Snail? I can't remember. He's the bookshop owner, right?
That has been discussed at Fiddle and Blinds. Yes.
Okay. Well, I feel like
How do we get a library card?
Speak with the chief librarian.
Oh, cool. Does anybody want to sign up while we're here?
oh, I already got one. But no,
Cool. I'll just use yours then. I'll have you rent a book if I want one then.
nobody.
You hear the Sphinx above you growl and its teeth bare.
This, they don't fuck around here. They don't. I, but so if he's at the bookshop, we can head there, ask him about the book, ask about the girl. There, right?
Yeah.
Unless anybody have any other matters here.
You see the badger walk past again, with some fabric stuck in his teeth.
Can I kneel down and try and psst, psst, come here?
Yeah, you make an animal handling check.
Fuck yeah. Watch, I'm gonna nail this. What the fuck? Okay. I got a +1. Dink! It's a 9.
Jadani, are you asking for a library card?
I was inquiring as to whether this gentleman could give me one, yes.
Does a 16 hit?
Probably. I'm a fucking wait. Yeah, it does.
Okay. You
Fuck.
get bit hard, like through your finger.
Oh.
As a little bit of this like pant leg comes away in like with your like you have it in your hand. He snaps at you through your finger a little bit, and then runs away. The scurry of claws on the tile, very loud as it runs. Take 3
Motherfucker.
points of piercing damage.
Went clean through my hand. She like holds it up.
Ugh, yikes! That looked like it's fucking hurt. Uh, better hope you don't catch something. You know.
I was about to say, I wonder if I can. Should be interesting to find out.
I mean, if you want to really get something going on there, we could go back to the mausoleum. And in the basement, they got all kinds of stuff, disease-wise, I think.
Kind of you to offer, but I do think that I'll pass. But I'll keep it in mind. Certainly.
Oh yeah, good infection material down there.
What are we?
Thanks.
I don't know what that conversation y'all just had was, but I think I'm ready to go to the bookstore.
Excellent plan. Slap you on the back with my probably oozing black gunk hand.
I mean, you got the hole in your hand where you've been bit. That is just, I guess, kind of bleeding, kind of thick, coagulated blood. Um, you also have the like scrap of fabric that's in your hand that smells
Ooh.
kind of like acrid, a little sulfuric. Like it is not pleasant. It's a bad smell.
Hmm.
You know, thanks for the compliment, but can we not wipe more weird blood on me?
Oh,
Uh,
apologies.
thank you.
What do you consider weird blood?
She holds up her hand, and the blood is it's thick and it's like black. It's oozy. It's gross.
Is that weird blood? Because, like, I mean, there's a lot of blood in this place. Not
You
this
know,
place,
What
but, you
blood do you
know.
taste it?
I mean, yeah, sure.
To you, it tastes like regular, very old, dried blood.
Yeah. He did a blood change, I think. He did, like, flush your system, you know. Go to a
That would,
professional.
yeah, that would do me
Yeah.
some good.
Oh, well,
I
I'm
would
a
need.
professional.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, if you say so, doctor, I believe you. Do you have blood on you that we could use?
I gestured to the group of friends we've made.
I'm afraid I
you
don't
know,
know my blood type, but sure, we could make this work.
I
we're
mean,
in a library right now,
Woo!
guys. Are you
I think as
are
it's been
planning?
discussed, your blood type is weird.
This is true. This is
It
true.
is weird. It's very fucking
a
weird.
rare type of blood.
Hopefully, we can get you that blood transfusion soon. I don't know. Nobody ever asked me what weird blood is. I just thought we all assumed we knew what weird blood could be. Like the foul bear,
Ugh.
beast, whatever the fuck that was. I'm sorry, I'm getting loud.
Yeah, the Sphinx above you is continuing to growl and scratch claws into the bookshelf.
Can we get out of here? I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get banned.
Excellent plan.
Yeah.
Apologies, thank you. I'll say to the Sphinx.
All right, you leave the building back into the pouring rain. Having taken nothing except for the uh, shred of cloth that you've brought that you got from the badger. That once you are outside and it gets wet, it begins melting into a red, sludgy goo, and then just kind of sloughs off of your fingers. Let's see. Do 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 do.
I was gonna make a joke when you say having taken nothing and say, "Well, actually, I." uh,
uh, Obsidian, that's who that is. Okay. I had to do number counts. Obsidian, I need you to roll me a d10.
Right.
Ooh, that's
That's
good.
that's the best one.
Yeah. One for first place. We win.
Right.
Mhm.
Mm.
One.
All right, everybody, roll new characters.
Yeah, it's been real, guys.
Actually, I already started working on them back up.
Yeah, that's true. As you are walking Obsidian, you also have a high passive perception, so this is something you would note i- yourself. Um, through the cracks in the cobbles, every once in a while, under the rainwater that is sort of covering them, you see um, the lightest twinkling of light, little pinpricks that, as you are walking again, and through the more pouring rain and more puddles, where the surface is a little bit more uh, where there's more surface area of water, you can see almost through some of the seams and the grout work uh, that there is light in the form of figures, like characters, um, possibly writing every once in a while, catching some ounce of light or reflection, and you could see something be like etched between the stones. Um, what languages do you speak?
Quite a few. Abyssal, Common, Deep Space, Elvish, and Primordial.
Okay. These characters then are unfamiliar to you, but you do note them as you pass. You note them in a few places as you're walking, almost always in the streets, but always between stones and under the water.
So, Iwigbalim, you've lived, beneath street level a bit. Are you familiar with the star creatures that are riding on the walls down there?
I don't know the answer to that question, DM.
Sorry, I said figures and characters. I was trying very hard not to say letters because I don't know you'd identify them as letters, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you're seeing script. That's the word I should have said.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because
just
figures and characters.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
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 That's just graffiti.
Ah. Uh,
Yeah, this whole city is lousy with it, honestly.
mm. Is it signifying anything in particular?
Well, gag territory mostly.
Okay.
If there's places, there's places in the city you just don't go to,
Mm-hmm.
But um, yeah, I don't know. Where do you are you? Wait, what are you seeing exactly? I look around
I'll try
nervously.
to point out what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, you can point it out, and everyone can circle around if you so choose.
That doesn't sound good.
I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm
I
No one
definitely
should touch
gonna.
it, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need
I
to
certainly.
know.
will.
I need to know what territory we're in.
Right. Okay, let me check some languages.
Gotta be careful when you're on the east side of the city. It's
Yeah,
real crazy there.
the
18
Elysium,
hours of the day.
the Elysium crypts are pretty bad.
The Elysium Crypts.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Fascinating language choices, everybody. All of you can, in fleeting moments, catch a glimpse of the figures. Sorry, the script. Sorry, through the cracks in the stone. I need everyone to make me wisdom saving throws.
Perfect.
against madness.
I got advantage.
Perfect. Ding.
Ah,
Oh, good. That's good.
Oh,
Hang on, I might have a
Ha
feature.
ha!
Okay.
All right,
Oh,
matron's
shit.
babes.
Hey, oh,
these are
I'm
bad.
favored by the gods.
On
They
your
love
nat
me.
on your nat 1?
Can I do? Can I? I can't do that.
You can, but all it does is give you like I think a D10, which at best will put you at a
I think
12.
it's a 2d4.
I think yeah, it's like
worse. The maximum
D4.
like make
Okay.
a 10, a flat
you
10.
can
Yeah.
You
you can
can
do
if
better
you
than
want to.
Now that
I'm-
I've read through it, look, Obsidian and I both got nat ones. We're in this together. Raven Queen gang, let's go. This is great.
I'd like to use an inspiration to attempt to avoid madness.
All
I
right.
think I am going to do the same.
Okay, I don't know the 13 gets me there, but this is where we're at.
A 13, given your prior encounter with madness earlier, Oigbalum, is actually sufficient.
Hmm.
As is Philibek's Truth's save. However, everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I need a D4 from Earl Grey Obsidian and Zidani.
Okay.
Have I anything other than a 1 today? No.
Oh God.
Hey, I got one with you.
Ah.
We can share our madness together.
Aw.
Oh God. I'm not even gonna say this one out loud to Zidani because I think it's gonna be funnier that way.
Oh,
Um,
excellent.
Zidani, roll me a D10.
Oh, perfect. Watch this. Think. Come on, 8.
All right.
Big 8.
I'm so excited to see what this is.
Okay. And then I need D10s from uh uh.
The other two of us.
Yes, I'm trying to get names down. Sorry. And Earl as well.
Okay, I got ya. A D10, right?
Mhm.
Totes 4.
Okay, so for approximately the same duration for the both of you, um, as you are looking down at this script, um, you feel the desire to like reach out and touch it. You feel like that it is a poem to a lost kindness, a lost paramour, a lost partner, something intimate that has been like fractured and broken, and the um the desire to understand it, but knowing that you cannot, causes the both of you to begin crying. First, sort of like just tears, but then like full sobbing. Um, you are just overcome with the melancholy. Um, Philibek's Truth can read some of the letters through the seams, and the words that can be made out are, as far as you can tell as they pass under your vision, wards. Um, Specifically, let's see. You see in before your eyes, Philibex,
Mhm.
the words "ward of hope," but then you see hope fade, and then the entire phrase fade. And then in its place reads the ward of fog, then the ward of beasts, and it continues to change. The ward of spirit, the ward of silence, the ward of blood, the ward of bone, the ward of starlight, the ward of sun, the ward of land, the ward of life, the final ward, and then it cycles through these again. However, the ward of hope never returns.
I'm sure that's not an analogy for anything. Just to make sure I've got it, it's hope, fog. It's ward of hope, fog, beast, spirit, silence, blood, bone, starlight, sun, land, life, and then the final ward. And then when it starts to cycle, it starts over again at fog and runs through everything again. So I only see the word of hope that first time. Okay.
Is that an anagram, you think? The first letters, do they mean anything? Is that what an anagram is? That's me asking, not my dumb character. That's my dumb person asking.
I choose to believe that was in character.
I don't think so. I mean, it's close. I think an anagram is sort of the opposite of what you're talking about, isn't it? Like if all of the letters mean something, or if you mix all the letters, you can get a different word.
Yeah, an anagram is all the letters together mixed up can make something else.
But I mean, let me just see here. It's for No, I don't think so.
We're so close to connecting the dots.
I mean, I really thought you had it, Wiggy.
We got to try all angles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, mix them up, reshuffle.
And yes, I mean, it's a little concerning that we only saw the Ward of Hope once, but what's all the crying going on back? What's happening back here?
Nothing, man. I'm not crying. It's like something in my eyes really fucking burning. I think it might be the weird blood.
Is the rain getting to you?
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of acid in the rain. It's getting.
What if I never know what it's like to settle down and have a family and be part of a community, Like I'm always working. I'm always working, and I'm okay with that. I like working.
Obsidian, you realize with even more of a pang of horror that you have just spoken some significant blasphemy.
I feel like I break down more. I gotta give myself a break. Oh God. Maybe I should take the weekends off.
Does everybody need to take a rest? I mean, my home's right around the corner. We could get out of the rain, dry off a little bit, take a bit of a rest before heading to the bookstore.
I mean, I don't know. Can't they just cry in the bookstore?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm asking for their benefit.
Yeah, I'm not crying. I'm not crying at all. This is. Oh God.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to lump you in with the others, Earl.
But on second thought, maybe we should just go right to the bookstore. Maybe self-help section for you three.
Yeah, just don't embarrass me.
I'm gonna like rub Obsidian's back and be like, do we need to like take more breaks? What? How can I help?
No,
How can I?
no.
Okay.
I live to serve. I want to serve. It's fine. It's good. It's good. I'm fine.
Okay. It's okay if you're not. It's okay. All right.
Right, Obsidian, for facing your eternal damnation to service, you can take a point of inspiration and Earl. for playing with some toxic masculinity, you can also take an inspiration. uh, and with that at heart, um, let's see. You can begin wandering the streets in hopes of finding Snerians. I need Zadani to roll me a d10.
Yes. This is gonna go so well.
8.
The gods love me. Don't worry.
Okay.
One does, at least. That counts for something.
Nothing jumps out at from the alleyways at you guys. Before you approach. Let's see.
Thank God.
Description of the outside of this building, please.
Yeah, nothing jumps out from the alleyways at us. It just sneaks up behind us and jumps right on
Yeah.
our backs.
Not that we
Mhm.
see.
Mhm.
It's perfectly.
You see a very narrow building with a glass storefront that has heavy curtains drawn over the over the window that are very finely woven, like almost thick plush curtains that you certainly cannot see through, and a little glass door as well that is also heavily curtained. Um, with a placard of a sign above that does not hang to draw the attention of anyone, but is just flat against the surface of the wall. Snerian's Books um, as a name above.
Um, I look for like a little service bell that I can ring.
um, you're entering, yeah?
Yeah.
You enter to a dark room that has no candles or lights on, only like a storefront that appears to be entirely barren and dusty, and then on the opposite side of the room, a staircase where light comes from. Staircase is going down. And the foot of that stairs in front of that stair there's no further door. There is just the open lit room that is packed with shelves of books, even denser and more claustrophobic than the library that you were just in. You immediately cannot see anyone. You just see a shelf of books about 3 feet from the entrance from the stair that you just come from.
I grab a random book and just is like looking through it a little bit.
All right. Uh, all right.
Do
You pick up.
yeah, go ahead.
You pick up a book and you hear someone say, "If you're going to buy something, you need to make me an offer first. No reading."
I focus around for the source of the voice.
It is on what would appear the other side of the shelf. You can wander your way in deeper into the room to find them.
Yeah.
As you're sludging your way as you're sludging your way through the bookshelves, you find this place is both cramped, slightly labyrinthian, and certainly uncomfortable, not made customer friendly. For you find behind a little desk a elderly red-skinned tiefling with long curling ram's horns and gold spectacles, who glowers at you in his limited candle light that he has on his desk. And he says, "What do you want?"
What do you want?
"I'd like some peace and quiet."
Oh, me too. I just want a piece of quiet to read this Lovely. What book is this?
You have within your hands. I've got a thing for this. Hold on.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens to be the one that we're looking for.
Oh, it says the tail.
Let's see.
Somehow you've picked up a copy of Tusk Love.
Yeah.
You have a book that is entitled Lucinda and the Red Herring. A gray cloth book stamped in red with whimsical herring motifs on its cover.
Yeah. What do you mean? This is a. What do you mean you can't read?
I have a policy about the types of people I sell to, and if you are not buying, then I do not permit you to learn what may be inside any of my tomes.
I mean, that's a little rude. Who are you to tell me what I cannot read?
I am Snarian. I'm the owner of this store. I am the owner of these books, and I am the proprietor of Lucinda and the Red Herring.
And he goes to snatch it from you.
Yeah, he can take it. I'm not gonna fight him for
Okay.
the book.
Yeah. Grabs it from you and
Yeah.
sets it on his desk with his hand upon it.
Hey, I was gonna read that.
No, you are not.
Okay, can you tell me what it's about?
He rolls his eyes and he says, "It's a dramatic tale about a young woman who comes into a large inheritance and falls in love with a soldering iron."
A classic. I remember it so well from my youth. It must have been what drew me to it. How much do you want for it? I only have squeebs.
I don't care for screams. I'm looking for other books.
Oh, that's so funny. My friend and I came here looking for a book too.
That is funny.
I know, right? Ugh. Okay. Well, is it just like free raid here? We just like look around? Wait, do we have to pay to look?
No books leave here or are read here without purchase.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll let you know if I got something I want to buy.
He
I'll
rolls his eyes.
I'll scoot around to find the gang.
Mhm.
And be like, okay, guys, I found Mr. Snail, but he says you have to pay to read anything in here. It's kind of a scam, if you ask me.
Well, why don't we see if we can find the tales of Mortimer Filigree, and then we can worry about his policies and how he enforces them later.
Yeah.
All right. You can all make either perception or investigation checks to begin scouring Snerian's bookstore.
Earl, it's not raining, but your eyes are still wet.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Do not say it.
almost like tears in the rain. I am going to implore the city to assist me with this investigation check.
Okay.
Careful, Wiggle.
Yeah, I'm just like touching everything as I go by.
Osmosis.
A little bit of slime trailing as you read an agreement between two men, the 100 falls, festive foods for fun families. Um, and as you all sort of disperse through the bookshelves, it becomes pretty clear it would be very easy to stay in any part of this bookstore and not see another person. There's enough like obfuscation and close quarters that like to find one another even though you can hear each other well enough, it takes a while to grab anybody. However, uh Wigbalum, sitting upon a stack of books that has not been shelved appropriately, is, let's see, uh yeah, a green cloth book that has no title on its cover. But since it is simply sitting upon the top of the shelves, you open it briefly. You do read the strange tales of Mortimer Filigree, printed on the inside cover.
That's funny. We were looking for a book named something similar to this. I kind of look or like I turn my focus around to see if anybody's watching, and I try to steal it.
Make me a sleight of slimes check.
Okay, you got it. A 32. It's huge.
Yes.
You have a plus 15.
I do. I've expertise.
All right. You swallow this book.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Can-
manage not only to ingest the book, but there's a floating page of the Changing Faces newspaper that is concealing it from anyone who's looking into you.
Can I try to find Miss no, yeah, I guess that'd be the only person I would really work for. Can I try to find Miss Truth, the emissary?
Yeah, you can slime around until you find her, pawing through, let's see, The Last Will and Testament of Good Luck Sexton.
Oh, Wiggy, good. I'm glad you're here. I thought I had found the adult section, but it turns out no, it's much more boring.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Hey, come here. Come here.
Okay.
Yeah, come here.
I imagine in whatever crowded room, like whatever cramped room we're in, we're literally now just like twisting around each other.
I put a pseudopod like right against their ear, and then make that my vocal area, and say, I'm pretty sure I found the book we're looking for, but this guy's gonna try to scam us out of money. Let me slip into your muff real quick. Okay, I can hold my breath for like a whole hour so I can get in there, you know.
All right, well, just be sure to be gentle. I don't know that I've had something quite so large in my muff before.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to like squeeze down, you know, if I can, but okay. No one's looking.
Yeah, go.
Make a stealth check.
You're right now. What the fuck is that?
A 19, not bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. As far as you can tell, Truth, as you're sort of like looking over your shoulder, um, a Wigbalum slips into your hand muff, with getting stopped briefly by the thick object that is the green book, that just then follows the rest of him inside.
After a moment, a little pseudopod snakes out, and a little mouth area appears a bit. Oh, don't forget to ask about the princess.
I'm assuming she's in another castle, but I will ask.
Okay, I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, you got 1 hour.
I got 1 hour to live.
That'd be really funny if this is how you die.
You know, guys, I think we should take a long rest here. I think we should just lay it down for the night.
Okay.
I will find whomever the first of the other three is that I find. Let's Obsidian, you'll be 1, Zidani will be 2, and Earl Grey, you will be 3. So it's Earl Grey. If you would be so kind as to ask the proprietor about Cecilia and whether or not she's been here, the dust and mustiness it seems to be getting to me. I seem to have come out down with some allergies, or perhaps just a sneezing, a sneezing. I think it's past. A sneezing fit. Achoo! I must get out of here immediately, and I will exit the bookstore.
Okay. You take out the streets.
In my head, I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely caught something in the fucking mausoleum that filled. Don't know what it is, but you're dying soon.
I love it that I love it that Earl Grey's takeaway from that interaction is, well, she's dying. Was nice knowing her.
Yeah, go out to the street.
Right.
All
Bro,
right,
I'm
guys.
just Ken. I can't heal her.
Yeah. Okay, Earl. Where? What do you do after Truth heads out?
Wipe the tears from one of my veteran buddies who's close to death soon. I'm going to go see Mr. Snail.
Sneerian.
Chinerian? I was so fucking off.
I thought you were doing a bit. Yeah, Sneerian. Yeah. He scowls at you from across the desk.
I didn't even do anything. I just came to ask about something.
What do you want?
Okay. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know if you've seen the Duchess's daughter, Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Yeah.
She's here about once a week, always asking for the same thing. I keep telling her the same thing. If she wants tales of Mortimer Filigree, then she has
Right.
to acquire from me a book from the library. A very specific one I've been waiting to get my hands on. A Song for He Who Was.
A song for he who was.
Yes. I'll also take the Book of Vile Darkness, but Fiddle and Blind, they ask such a high price, and that girl does not, I don't think, have the constitution to bid.
Oh, yikes! That's well. If y'all need, maybe we could. But I'll see what we can do. I'm not sure because we just came from the library. We came looking for the book they're asking for. Do y'all want like trade? Like they do a trade on that?
If you were to bring me either of those books, I would give you the Tales of Mortimer Filigree.
Oh, okay. Do you not like them? What's the tea on this? What do you not care for them?
Every book that comes within here I find highly valuable. Invaluable to
Real.
me, honestly.
Yeah.
But I have not been able to get the library to provide to me a song for He Who Was. And as I said, the Book of Vile Darkness is an expensive lot within the auction.
Mm. Okay. Oh, well, I see what we can do, right? I definitely think I can do that for you.
Excellent. If you are, the
Yeah.
book is yours.
Okay, that works out perfectly, right? Um, gotta go find my other companions. One of my friends is sick out there, and I don't believe she has a lot of time left. So we're just trying to get this day over with fast, just get her through the day. Yeah, probably get her home soon to lay to rest.
He sneers, his brow continues to fold and crease. He just goes back to the book that he is reading.
Smack my teeth, dick, and then I would try to go find it was like Obsidian and Sedani.
Okay. Yeah, you can find the both of them.
Uh, did y'all find the book? No,
Certainly not. But Zanani is reading some random book that she's found.
we're not supposed to be reading the books.
Do I look like I care? What's he going to do? I'm the
I
fucking
don't know,
chosen
fucking
one.
murder you? I don't know.
I'd
Oh,
love to see
whoa.
him try.
See, you go fuck around and find out the hard way one of these days, right?
I think I have already, and I don't think it humbled me at all.
Now, do we not learn from the first time? Get out of here.
What am I going to do? Die twice? She gestures to the
Yeah.
giant bruise she always has around her neck.
You just seen me almost get ripped in half by the nastiest smelling beast ever.
That was yeah, considerably foul. Yes.
This, well, you know, I don't know if can either one of y'all heal like emissary true. I, I think she caught something while we was in the mausoleum, and just wanted to ask if y'all can do that.
Heal illnesses? I don't believe so. Wait, hold on. Katie
Wait,
has
Iggy's a
released.
doctor. We could just go ask Iggy.
There you go. Oh wait, I do. I can. Sweet. Okay. Oh wait. Hey, rewind. Katie's done that. It's Lesbian Appreciation Day or whatever. Remember that.
Don't worry, we're gonna forget that past couple minutes of interaction and go with the perfect one.
See, you're celebrating. Believe I can.
Such an ally.
So real. So real.
But yeah, all we gotta do is go get, they want to trade a book. For, we can just do that. That'd be easy. All we gotta do is get the book from the library, bring it back here, get the book here, give it to us. Boom, easy.
Do we know which book he wants?
Oh my god, me myself as Oni totally just forgot the name of the book.
uh, you were told you could bring the Book of Vile Darkness, or a song for He Who Was.
Who was? Yeah, it's a song for he who was. I'm pretty sure that was the name of the song. I mean, the name of the book. I'm gonna be honest. Sounds like a very good romance novel.
I do love a good romance.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I do enjoy those as well. But yeah, we just gotta go find Iggy. City, you good over there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's good. Okay. That's
Miss
well.
Obsidian, I worry about you. I truly do.
Yeah. I know I was just crying, but I'm also in a predicament. Like I don't know this person, and they're crying as well, so I can console them. So, like, I'm just gonna like turn away from that.
Just trying to. I'm not. I cannot see.
I do not see it. I pretend I do not see it.
You just gotta take those feelings and push them down.
Exactly. Bottle them up. That's what I always say.
I'm gonna
Do you-
go meet emissary truth. Emissary truth outside, y'all. Y'all
Alright.
get it together here.
Do Obsidian and Zidani follow?
Yeah, I'll put the book down and be like, this was not great anyway.
All right. The three of you head upstairs to Philibek's Truth. You decided to wait outside the building, right?
Correct.
All right. Do you let Wigblum out, or what happens next?
I'm gonna go about half a block down from the door. I want to be able to see the front door so I can see when the rest of my cohorts exit. And yeah, once I get that far away, I will assist Wiggy out of the hand muff.
Mm-hmm. Blop.
It's actually rubier in there than I thought.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your time in my muff.
Do you? What's a random thing in there that can like that I could have like taken and it's just you see floating in there?
Oh, I mean, there's tons of like random trash from the street that, for whatever reason, in that moment, Philibex thought was important.
You have a rusted and bent nail.
Right, scraps from old maps that I was working on that I jammed in there and have just forgotten about.
Cool.
And
I
a
have
candle that's lit.
Yeah. Although we're not going to cover how it remains lit if there's no oxygen in there. We're just going to roll with a lit candle. Call it a day.
It was just recent, you know. It was. It's been slowly eating the air in there.
Yeah.
That's why there's no air in there, guys.
And it's why there's no light in Snerium's bookshop, because it's one of his lit candles.
Perfect, actually.
Okay, you see a nail, scrap of paper, and a lit candle inside me.
Excellent.
And I just say, you
just invented the jack-o'-lantern.
My focus remains on you. We kind of share like a silent pause for a few beats, and I just say, I had this when I went in there.
Very well. Let's see this tome.
Yeah, check it out, okay? And I'll exude the tome.
All right. Do you bring it out in the rain?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know books. So.
Yeah.
I mean, a wet book's as good as a dry book to me.
And how dry would it really be coming out of Wiggy?
I think there's enough moisture. Like I think he's got enough control that he's able to like pull enough off, and it's like stuck to the edges. But it's not like
Gotcha.
It's not a goo that's seeping in just yet.
I will seeing that he's pulling it out in the rain, I will do my best to sort of shelter it with my body and sort of hover over it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the inside cover, once you look into it with a little bit of sludge and slime on it, lists the strange tales of Mortimer Filigree.
Oh, excellent. Well done. Well done. You should
Yeah.
find some place where we can um, focus and try and discover what secrets lie within, um, and then maybe figure out a way to get word out that we have the book so Cecilia comes to us and we don't have to go looking for her.
Oh. What if we put it up for auction and get rich?
Hmm.
You know how many
That's n-
squeebs this could get?
That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, like 2 or 3, I bet.
Yeah, we can. We don't care about the book itself. We'll make a copy of it so we have the information we need. We'll
Yeah, books are
sell it.
dumb.
We'll sell it for squeams. By putting it up for auction, they'll have to announce it, so Cecilia will come. It's quite genius. We can get a significant portion of you back.
Yeah, and then when she comes, we.
Is that what we're doing? I don't think that's. Hmm.
Wait, is
I
that.
mean, I like the enthusiasm, but I don't think that's the case that we're on.
Oh. Wait, what case are you on?
Remember, there's the Duchess,
Yeah, my future wife.
right? And she, your future wife, has asked that we try and find Cecilia.
Yes, the princess.
Do you think she
Wait.
meant dead or alive?
I don't know if she meant alive.
Hmm. Interesting. We'll have to cover this with everyone else. Compare notes. It's what good
Uh,
investigators do. Compare notes.
Yeah, now I'm just confused about the whole thing.
Well, you did get the book, so case closed.
Oh, yes.
And as you are wont to say, one case closes, another case opens.
Speaking of open cases, look at these. Look, I just point towards the people, our friends that are coming out of the bookstore.
Oh, they look like they mean business.
Should we run?
Prepare yourself for a fight, but let's play it cool. Play it cool.
Okay.
Hello.
Greetings.
Fine
Yeah.
night for a walk, isn't it?
Certainly is. Any luck in there? Are you guys
Maybe.
still holding the book?
Who's
So-
asking?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm still huddled over it, trying to protect it from the rain.
Yeah, who's asking?
Me, myself, and I, and Earl Grey, and Miss Obsidian.
Oh, hey, I didn't recognize the guy at first.
Just me, myself, and I.
Understandable.
Yeah. Hey, check it out. I stole something. Borrowed. I borrowed something.
Okay.
Yeah, take a look. And I'll sort of gesture with my head that they should join the huddle and take a look at the book that we're all huddled over.
Okay. I'm enjoying the huddle. What's going on here?
I'll pull my coat up and help shield it from the rain.
All right. Yeah, you're able to review the book. It is a collection of fairy tales. Let's see. It has, let's see, 13 individual stories, all named in its table of contents. But if you were to read the book, you are going to have to take some time, probably out of the rain, to do so.
Okay.
Miss Truth, you said that your house is nearby?
Oh, did I? Oh, yes, of course, yes. It's right around the
Oh,
corner. Shall we adjourn? Someplace dry, a little more comfortable, get some rest?
I think that's a
I'm,
plan.
I'm totally down with that.
Very well. Follow me.
All right. The emissary leads you down the street, around a corner, to a little house that is next to a row of other little houses, some of them sort of built into and onto one another. Philobex opens the door to one of them that
Well,
is.
yeah, let me just, 1 second. Let me just get my keys out here. And, yeah, let me just unlock this real quick. The lock is a little sticky today. There we are.
There you go. The lock the lock opens and the door swings open to a cool room with a few comfortable looking but very weathered chairs, a coffee table, and then some rooms in the back.
Home sweet home. Make yourselves comfortable.
I'm taking one of the chairs. Fuck yeah.
So, give me one of the stairs. I don't want to stand up anymore.
You should be thankful that you have both to stand with. Okay.
I, I am every day. I am.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh my god, this is a nice place actually.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I've had it for quite some time. The chairs were actually a gift from the old mayor of Elysium. Don't know whatever happened to her, but I do have the chairs to help me remember her. It's quite lovely, really.
Okay. Nice.
I'll just circle around on the floor a few times before settling down into. Yep.
A puddle.
Yep.
Now, you can spread out on the table if you like, but do be careful of that vase. It's actually an award given to me for some writing I did in a different career for the Changing Faces newspaper. Sort of a bit of appreciation for all the hard work and investigative journalism that I've done for them. So do be careful. Thank you.
Okay. Oh.
I will spread out on the table then.
Drip onto the carpet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ooze myself covering the entire table. Well, a large amount. I don't know how big the table is.
All right, you guys settle in for a rest.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Fuck yeah.
Can someone read the book to me as I drift away?
I totally will.
It's just somewhere.
Right, Zidani gets comfortable and starts reading out loud the Tales of Mortimer Filigree. As you guys are settling in, Philibic's Truth, you note that outside the sun is lowering. You cannot often see the sun, but you do know sunlight through the clouds.
Mhm.
And you might be a little crazy for thinking so, but it should be. Oh, sorry. It should be about 2 hours till sundown, but the sun has set
Hmm.
much earlier than you would have thought it should have.
Anybody else? Well, I guess Obsidian Zidani, you're new here, so you wouldn't really know one way or the other. But Wiggy, Earl Grey, either of you notice anything odd about the sun, or the sunlight, I should say?
What's the thud?
Okay. Um,
I didn't know
Earl,
you
you
had
can see it.
kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
Earl, you can note it.
right, just like a man, all the time you've spent in my muff and not. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I can't give you inspiration for every time you make the joke, but know that I'm thinking about it.
Okay. It does seem a little off. Oh my god. I don't. Man, I don't fucking know. I don't like maybe. I would say the seasons change, but it's like we only really got one season. It's rainy season all the time. Uh,
Hmm.
do I know anything? Let me see. Would, would I know anything for why this like why the sun would be going down faster?
Roll me an insight check. The DC on this is going to be kind of high.
Okay, guys, watch this. Earl Grey, the master of insight.
Mm-hmm. Nat
Fuck
20.
yeah.
17. Okay, that was pretty. That
Very good.
wasn't bad though.
That is good. However, at this time, I don't think you have enough information to properly connect some dots. You will note, however, that like you've been in Elysium your whole life. It is strange that it is dark at this time.
If only I can athletics my way to this one.
Remarkable athlete.
Yeah, I pushed up the fucking sun. It's fucking weird, man. I don't know. Maybe it's like a new thing. I can't tell you.
I will actually let everyone, if they would like to, try to roll an insight check.
Can you use my insight to see if the emissary has kids?
I'll leave that up to the emissary to decide.
Yeah, you seem to recall that the emissary believes all citizens of Elysium are her children.
Hmm. Many sons and daughters, yeah.
Hmm.
Gotcha. I don't know why she's worried about one son going to bed early. It's so weird. Zidani with the nat 20? Huge.
That's me. Yeah, I'm insightful as fuck. I'm not. Plus one.
Welcome to the +1 game, yes sir.
Right. Do with that information what you will.
Real. Did Emissary talked about that earlier, right? Like said that out loud to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll share my little thought like mid story as we're like talking about this. She'll just stop and go, could it have to do with the Ward of Hope? It's going away.
That is an interesting question. I do not know. I guess if it's, I mean, on the one hand, I would think if it's followed by fog, it seems like perhaps the script that we saw was alluding to what is in store. But then again, it is often foggy here in Elysium, so I don't know that it would really be revealing much. Although I guess if there's fog and then a beast, oh, well, then we might be onto something.
Spirits and silence and bones and
Mhm.
all sorts of things.
Yeah, the
Is
weather
that-
here is really good.
Yeah, no, Badger is not on the list. Okay, just checking.
Fantastic. Oh,
Is it done?
emissary. Go ahead.
Oh no, I
Max.
was just gonna move you guys along. Continue.
Oh, I heard you weren't feeling well.
Oh, no. Thank you for noticing and passing that concern along. I told Earl that I was having some difficulty in the bookshop with the dustiness and the mustiness, but it was really so that Wiggy and I could get out without drawing too much attention to ourselves, or at least attention that an abrupt exit with no good reason would draw. All a
Ah.
ruse.
Excellent.
Oh, fuck! I thought you was dying.
But what made you think I was dying?
You know, you spent a lot of time in that field, and it's like
Wait,
did
that I might have caught something that would kill me? Does
you
anyone here know how to tell if I'm dying? Doctor?
Isn't Iggy a doctor?
I can't heal
Iggy-
anything, but I can tell you if you're diseased.
Wiggy's a doctor, right? Like, he keeps telling me to take notes of things.
Obsidian, am I diseased?
No, I have a doctorate. It's different.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll cast detect poison and disease.
Oh yeah, Philip's truth has a disease.
Does anyone else have a disease while I'm at it?
Wigwillum does not specifically have
Uh-huh.
a disease.
Is anyone here
A
poisonous?
Wigwillum is a disease?
Yeah.
He's carrying diseases like a bat, just a whole bunch of them in his body.
Yeah, I got all.
They're
I
not
got.
infecting him. He just has them.
Yeah, I got all sorts of stuff in here.
But no one else, I believe, is currently under the poisoned condition, or is otherwise diseased.
Yeah, emissary, you're diseased, but it is what it is.
I'm not diseased. I'm just fucking sick.
No, according to this, you're not. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry.
Emissary, is there like a? I'm so sorry. Is there like a last meal you want to have before you?
I throw a mean funeral.
No, I'm just happy that I get to spend my last days with my dear friends in my
Oh,
lovely
where's-
home.
I can fix.
Oh,
I
where
can
is
fix
that?
this.
You mean like? Put her out of her misery.
I mean, yes, technically, but no. I meant I can cure the disease.
Oh,
That's impossible. You can't do
You
that.
see Earl sheaves his sword back.
right. Earl sheaths his sword. Wigglum saying, "That's impossible. I'm a doctor." Earl, are you writing this down?
Get some practice swings in.
Well, if
It
you can
is-
cure it, if you can cure it, well then let's do that. That sounds like the best option.
Absolutely. It is a rather hefty spell. If we plan to rest for the rest of the evening, I presume so. The sun has gone down. I would absolutely do this.
Yeah, well, yes, I assume we are in for the long haul. We've got a book to read. We're dry. We've got comfortable chairs. My prestigious award is here.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna cast. This is the only thing that I have. I don't have lesser restoration. I don't have greater restoration. I have heal. So if you fucking any hit points missing, you're good. And I'm also casting it at 7th level because my 6th level slot is gone.
Amazing.
Beefy! You're about to feel so fucking good. Tadani sends a little, like, spectral raven that looks very similar to her spectral wings that one time that she casted Revivify, and the raven just literally flies into your chest, and it's cold,
Oh.
and you feel the need to, like, take a deep breath, like when you get in cold water and it, like, shocks you, and then you take that deep breath. That's the cleanest breath you've ever fucking had. That shit feels good. I wanna roll this
Congrats,
for fun.
emissary.
Oh, wait, it's
You can
70.
keep going for whatever that's worth. Your trials and tribulations are not coming to an end today.
Wonderful. Although, does that change the poison condition?
I assume it does, based on the effort put in. Ends blindness,
Blindness,
deafness, and any diseases
disease.
Oh
affecting the
yeah,
target.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Love it.
perfect.
Huh. Yeah, well, who knew? I did have, well, apparently Obsidian knew. Or at least had the ability to gain that knowledge. Wonder what a crew we've got here.
Wow. That's you can just do that anytime you want.
As I said, it was a hefty spell, but yes.
Oh. Cool, I can just do that anytime I want.
Do you also have a doctorate?
I would love to lie to you right now and say yes,
So
but
yes.
yes, of course I do. Do I not seem like a scholarly woman to you, Earl?
You go back to reading your fairy tale book.
It's just that Dr. Captain Redraven is just a little clunky, so I know I keep it simple for the people.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. That's totally dope. Oh my god, we got 2 doctors here. Man, who would have guessed?
Yeah, so Wigbloom and I went to school together, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yes, we realized this the other day. We've known each other one day.
My wisdom may not be that high, but I can feel like this is a lie right there at the end.
I don't know why you would say that. It's so unbelievable that I'm a learned.
No, they never said that.
Just because
It's-
I don't read and can't read doesn't mean anything.
So wait, you can't read, but you want me to take notes for you.
Yeah, why do you keep asking? Why do you think I keep asking you to take notes?
Well, you can't read the notes if you. Never mind.
I'm just messing with you. I don't actually read. I kind of absorb the knowledge, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You look-
by reading.
y'all are like fucking with this guy y'all just met today, and this is probably his first time ever talking to a ooze that hasn't tried to kill him. So he assumed this is just true.
What's truth anyway? She's over there. Um,
Tomato.
so Zidani,
That's
you
me.
finish reading out loud the Tales of Mortimer Filigree. I will share the document briefly, but as you finish the last sentence of the 13th chapter and the book comes to a close, you and everyone else who has stayed awake to listen to you read hears the chiming of bells outside, once again echoing through the streets and in the clouds above, chiming the hour 2. Here is the summary of the Tales of Mortimer Filigree. You have all chapters included in the copy you've received. And I will give you guys your 15-minute break so you've got time to look over this, and then at 10 after, we'll be back.
Okay.
have you had time to read over the tales?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Slime Brain doesn't see the connections to anything,
Yeah, naturally.
but they are cool.
All right, so you have the
No, I just saw a skull is found under the floorboards, and a Wigwam's going right after it. Need a skull.
We should chase this lead first.
Yeah, priority leads. Yeah, I'm glad you're all on board.
uh, no case unopened. All right, so as far as you can tell, late into the night, though it's harder to tell time now that the sun has gone down, you are all able to uh, finish the reading of the book and can take a long rest. And as you begin to rouse in the day, uh, Philobex and Earl note that as you are rousing and feeling rested well enough, the sun is has still not risen. But you are able to start your day. Where would you like to go to next?
Actually, a
God.
very good question. Oh, I will tell the group. Okay, the truth that I have a great plan, right? This whole time we've been chasing the princess, right? Always 17 steps behind, but now we have the book. So if we put the book up for auction, the princess will come to us and we get filthy rich. Squeams for everyone.
I do love
Now,
a plan that gets me rich.
if the auction house goes around telling everyone that we've got this book for sale, isn't the bookstore owner going to be a little upset?
Why?
I don't remember seeing you make a purchase.
Well, I didn't read the book, so I didn't need to pay for the book. Do you see?
And that was like his only two rules.
That
No
was
book
his,
was
yeah,
taken.
that was the rule, and I abided.
I love using someone's words against them, but they did say the book cannot leave either. It wasn't only reading.
I don't really. To be honest, I only kind of caught the first part.
Well then, I guess we see how it goes.
Oh,
Oh, cool. Oh, great.
do you have another option?
Certainly not. No, just wanting to make sure we're prepared for outcomes.
We could always explore around a bit more.
That's
Yeah.
true. We could uh we could always check out the Adamant Asylum or the Desert's prison, the Desert's dais. I don't know if they're the same thing or different things.
Oh, Fiddle and Blind seem to indicate that the debtor's prison was close to the auction house.
Mm-hmm.
Is the asylum close? Do I know if the asylum is close to the auction house?
I think that depends. Depends on if the city wants it to be or not. Let's see. Mhm, mhm. At present, though, if you were to contrive of where the asylum is and where Fiddle and Blinds is, um, you don't foresee being able to reach one from the other without having to cross the lake.
A body of water? Oh my god, and we have to cross it? Shit. Darn, I'm so
Oh,
bummed.
that sucks. We gotta go across this water.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Yeah, no, you'd have to kill me to get me in that water.
Very well.
That's so real. That's so real, actually.
Wait, why are you? You look. Why do you have a knife in your hand?
Please.
Was it
I
off?
mean, we can go to the other places, but aren't we? We're supposed to. I was gonna say ransom the princess, but I don't think that's correct. I've been confused about this case the last couple hours.
Well, I mean, I think that putting the book up for auction and letting everyone know that we have it, the upside is that Cecilia will certainly come looking for the book, and we'll be able to find her that way. The downside, as Obsidian has pointed out, so will the bookshop owner. So will.
Do you think he's ever heard of Finders Keepers? An ancient
Oh,
rune.
I mean, I'm certain he's heard of Finders Keepers. He was the rival bookstore that he put out of business.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's a rather ruthless business person. So, there are positives and negatives, but I guess we
What-
could try and find Cecilia in a more low key, quiet way. I just don't know what that would be.
Well,
Do we just keep running around town asking if people have seen Cecilia?
I mean, I do like that idea. Everyone splitting up alone from each other and asking around. We could cover a lot of ground that way.
Cover lots of ground.
A lot of ground, like tons. Can't you just tell the city we have the book, and then the city tells her?
Well, I don't really communicate with the city that way, but I could gather some things and ask the city if it thinks it's a good, bad, or indifferent idea if we put the book up for auction. That will at least give us some indication what the city wants us to do, whether they want us to be bold and brash or quiet and engaging in subterfuge in order to find Cecilia. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds all right.
Oh, very well. I will grab a couple random objects, including the very important award vase off of the table as I walk out the front door and collect a whole bunch of other objects. When I believe I have enough after 7 or 8 minutes or so for the city to really be able to communicate with me, I throw them all up into the air and let them come crashing down so that I might read the debris and see whether it thinks we should try and auction off this book to attract Cecilia.
All right. As you are reading over the fallen runes, and are coming to the conclusion of the mixed success nature of this endeavor, there are footsteps coming from the opposite side of the house, rushing, running, as a gentleman and a woman, both in nightgowns, burst from one of the back rooms and say, "What are you all doing in our home?"
Uh,
Huh?
I'm sorry. Who's home?
Please, I don't have. We don't have anything. Please leave. I ask. We have children.
Oh, you do have children. I say
The
to, I
woman
say to
like.
Emissary Truth.
Um, uh, Emissary just looks at her friends, turns her back to the people in the doorway, and does that thing where you twist your finger around your ear to indicate that someone's crazy. And say, "Oh, okay, no, I understand. As I have told my friends here, um, I believe all citizens of Elysium are my children, and clearly you're touched with a bit of the madness. So we were on our way anyway, and we're not in the house. So you may stay there and hopefully get the rest you need so that your mind will be right. Um, shall we, everyone? The city seems to believe that we will have a mixed success with auctioning this book off. So um, not quite the rousing success that I was hoping for, but at least the word success is in there.
All right, well, let's get it. Philibex, don't forget your key this time. I know you had to kind of pick the lock when you got home this time.
Oh, thank you. No, I just pulled the wrong item from the hand muff, but I do appreciate it. Thank you, Obsidian.
Whatever belongings remain in the house that are not the owners are tossed out onto the stoop for you guys to retrieve.
That's very nice of you to let them stay in your place.
Yes, well, the city wears on everyone from time to time, and we won't be using it, so why not let them rest their head there?
Yeah, once we sell this book, we can buy new houses.
Oh,
Speaking of children, is my son outside my horse? I forgot about him this session so far, but I would have brought him with me.
Yeah, you've got your horse, who I guess gets the
Fuck
benefits of a
yeah.
full rest. So
Fuck yeah! He's back. We're so back, guys.
also, I am casting mage armor on myself.
okay. And you are headed back towards the auction house.
I
Is that
believe
right?
so. No one stated a different or better idea.
Yeah. Up to you. All right. Let me just put you on that map.
Gonna be swimming in squeams.
Oh.
Fuck yeah. I don't think I want to. I don't
Yeah, no, it's
I've
gonna be
got
a
all
real,
the scream I want, I think.
real DuckTales situation. You know what I mean? You're just diving in, full of screams.
All right. Once again, you've approached the auction house, treading just more or less the same path from which you came. However, some of the doors that you had entered on your recent trip do not appear to be there. Finding your way eventually. Let's see. You have the auction house proper this way. There is whatever chamber Mr. Fiddle and Mr. Blind had led you to back here. And there is the debtor's diaz, which is back this way, as was indicated to you. So do what you will. There are a few other people who, as early in the day as it is, the sun is just barely beginning to rise, but much later than it should. Um, there are people who are milling about, some even remarking upon the lack of sunlight and the surprise.
Uh, the whole time I've been remarking about how on our way here, what a wonderful day it is.
Nice and dark.
Mm-hmm. You know, you don't get days like this too often. We should really take advantage.
What, dark?
Yeah, like dark, rainy.
Do you ever go out at night?
But I'm not sure what you mean.
When the sun sets and you can go outside then?
You guys are saying weird stuff lately. What? The sun? I mean, what do you? I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Is this so the sun is up to the point that we can we can see it. Like it's not just like barely peeking, like we can
uh, I
see
would say
it.
it feels like it's sunrise, but you've been up for a little while now. You also
Hmm.
notice that the fog has thickened to the point where when you are on the streets and have wandered like towards bends ahead of you, often you cannot see the road as it turns. Um, the thickness has increased, and even the height as it crawls through the alleys.
Yeah, see how dense the fog is here? Great. It's just a wonderful day.
It's quite gloomy. I'll give up on trying to explain the sun.
Right. Uh, seeing how dense this fog is, not gonna draw any conclusions yet, and I think it's well within the reasonable weather patterns here in Elysium, as Wiggy has pointed out. But everyone, please keep an eye out for beasts or spirits. Should we see any of those, I think we may have a bit of a roadmap as to what to expect. Where are Fiddle and Blind? How's one supposed to auction something off around here?
Uh, as you say that out loud, someone who is nearby say, "Oh, they frequently don't even prepare until just before the auction. Yesterday there was some hullabaloo. The auction was about to start, and then they whisked themselves away, and there was no bidding to be done at all."
Bubba. What was up for grabs?
We don't know. They often reveal day of.
Yeah, it's very exclusive here. Hey, how many screams you got?
She puts a hand on her chest and says, "I will offer, according to my will, to someone who has a lot worth buying."
So, like, not a lot then, is what I'm hearing.
She turns up her nose and promptly walks away from you.
Ugh, poor, am I right?
Mm.
Ugh,
Well,
feels good to have money now, you know?
Time begins ticking away, and some people continue to pool and wait in this in the courtyard of these building amongst these buildings, and some drift away too antsy and irritable. Some people wander over to the debtor's dais, peer their way around, and then promptly flee. Um, and eventually, from their chamber, the two old gentlemen emerge and begin crossing the courtyard towards the auction house.
Hey, they must not have seen me. Okay.
Like you said, the fog is very thick today.
The
I'm sure they
fog's
would have said
very
hello.
thick
like-
today. Yeah, they must not have seen us. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me just, yeah, come on, boy.
I'm just gonna say,
Bring the
take the
horse
horse.
back in.
Ride the horse in.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Fiddle, Mr. Blind?
Yes, Iwigwalum, what can we help you with? Again.
My friend and I were hoping to speak to you about putting something up for auction.
The two of them briefly exchange a very quick glance.
What is it that you have?
I look behind me to see if anybody has come with me. Otherwise, I'll like, oh wait, it's foggy. I'll hold on just a second. God, I don't know if you can see me or not in there. Come on. We gotta talk to these people.
Okay. I'm going to be there, standing awkwardly.
Okay.
I mount my horse.
All right. As you go and detain Mr. Fiddle and Mr. Blind, a few of the guests mumble and groan once again at the possible disruption and hold to the auctioning. Um, but you have their attention.
Emissary, do you have the book?
I have the book.
Okay. I'll say, we happened to come across a very interesting item, a certain rare book.
You unquestionably see a mirrored glint in the both of their eyes, and they say, "Where did you find it?"
That's not important. What's important is that we have the book. If you would, Emissary Truth.
I will hold it out, open it up so they can see the title page.
Mr. Blind's eyes fall upon it, and he immediately goes to like shut the book cover, like quickly upon your reveal.
I shut it and I put it back in my hand muff.
You wish to put that up for auction, you said.
Yes. We'll need you to make sure that everybody knows, specifically that the Princess Cecilia knows it's being sold. We're trying to find her.
They once again exchange, this time a lengthier glance, and say,
We could put it up for auction tomorrow. But already done you a favor. We will take half of whatever is bid for it.
I don't know if that's a good deal or not, Truth.
Half?
Do I have any idea how an auction house works?
Do you want to like roll a die to see if Philibex Truth has ever attended the auction before?
Um,
Or if she can recall if she ever has?
well, I mean, I'm sure she's been to the auction before, but I don't know if just going to the auction would know. Like, is 50% what? Is that how the auction house? Do they like? Are they just saying, "Oh, like
Ah.
this is business. Like what that's we're doing all the work. It's your item, but we're doing all the work." So we split it 50-50. Or are they saying like, "Oh, like this item's so dangerous, so we're going to take more?" Or are they saying the item is going to garner so much attention, like we usually take 70%, but this time we're only taking 50. Like I just don't.
Gotcha. Okay, I will answer that question in 1 second. I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah, no worries.
Not going for 50%. No, fuck that. What?
Boo.
As we go further and further down this road, like Adam is just like, "Oh my god, this is such a bad idea. There's so many like wrong, like oh my god."
There's so much wrong shit that could happen.
Mm.
But if we're gonna sell it, I'm not giving them 50%. I don't care. We can,
How do you
I
split a
mean,
squeam in half? What if
yeah,
it's
what-
like an odd number?
What are we gonna do with half a square?
I
I
mean,
mean, we don't
it's all
have to
profit, you know.
auction it. We don't have to.
Right. I mean,
No,
we can lead. We can just lead.
No, but nobody has said anything different.
It's, I'm not the smart one here. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you do know the alternative ways.
Everybody knows the alternative ways. We all listen to the book again. Oh, that's like trading it for another book. And I was like, what if we traded for a book that's not even worth like this book?
Adam, why don't you roll me an insight check? Okay. So what you can kind of guess. So as far as you've ever been a part of the auction, you know that people do bid using squeams.
Mm.
You, until yesterday, had no idea what that was. All that you were aware of was people were then brought in for purchase into like the private chambers of Fiddle and Blind, and then were awarded their lots according to whatever payment that was. As far as the value and their cut and take right now, you can maybe intuit that one of the reasons they're asking for 50% is they have an assumption that this may be a very expensive item that will be bid upon. And uh and as far as like danger of the book, I don't think you have enough context. And as far as if 50% feels fair, I don't know that you have that intuition either.
Gotcha.
Yep. But 50% feels at very least it is the like marketing cut, potentially, as well as like quote unquote labor on their behalf.
Right.
And frankly, I think you also I'll say this as a resident of Elysium, it is highly uncommon for people who are when people come to Fiddle and Blind with items to sell, I don't think that you know it is entirely common that Fiddle and Blind like negotiate on deal at all. It's possible, entirely possible, that the Squeams market that they have racketed for themselves is entirely in their own pocket.
Hmm.
But you guys have been let in on their
Hmm.
secret, so they're showing their hand a little.
Right. Well, it seems like this is the way business is done. Is this what we want to do with the book? Is this our best shot at finding Cecilia?
Oh my god. Ah, it's. I don't believe this to be the best way. I can't. I can't. ah,
Are you
but I
flipping
can't get
kidding
it.
me?
No, no. I just like we're looking for the girl, and we're putting it up for auction. What if she's not even alive? Like we haven't even determined if she was actually alive. They just said she comes in every week.
Then we get pockets and buckets full of squeeb.
What about Cecilia?
I mean, if she's dead, who gives a shit, right?
Her mom.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, what's a better idea?
Okay. All right. I'm assuming Cecilia never got her hands on the books. We
Yeah,
have it, and she came to Fiddle and Blind, and they didn't have a copy of the book. They went to the library. They didn't have a copy of the book. They went to Mr. Marion. I keep forgetting his fucking name. Uh, he had a version of the book, but seems like she couldn't afford to give it away. I don't. I
I
can't. I
mean,
don't
do
know.
we have
Maybe
any idea why she wanted this book so badly?
not that we know of, right?
yeah, I actually don't know why she wants. I don't know why anybody wants this book. It's just a bunch of stories, a bunch of silly stories for children.
I mean,
Maybe we
unless
can ask the
they're more
Duchess.
than that.
Yeah. Look into. We go over the book again. Ask the Duchess if there's some significance to the book that she knows of.
Suppose if we found the woman that she had been speaking to, she would probably know.
Oh yeah.
But it sounds like it's not particularly easy to find her. Just that if we did see her, we'd be hard to miss her.
Well.
Yeah, some kind of yellow wagon or something.
Okay. A yellow wagon. But we keep that. We keep that in mind as I want to go to the Duchess and ask her because that's also another. I feel like a good person to ask as well.
Ugh. Yeah. I mean, I guess. Honestly, though, I mean, I feel like we came all this way, and that's a waste. Let's go to the debtor's prison. Let's go see it. I want to know. I want to know. I want to ride the ride.
I I also have a morbid curiosity of that place as well.
Yeah, maybe it's like a haunted house. I think people were running in there and then like running out scared or something. It's gonna be fun.
Well, Mr. Fiddle, Mr. Blind, it seems like now that we know your terms, we have some decisions to make, and we will discuss amongst ourselves as we take some time, and we will let you know should we choose to put it up for auction with you.
Yeah, sorry about wasting your time. I'm more sorry about the fact that we're not getting rich today.
But you're rich in spirit, Wiggy.
Yeah, I can't buy anything with that.
Also, if you don't mind, it seems my candle's gone out. Could you extrude it for a moment, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry. I was trying to keep it like an air pocket around it, but I guess it. Here you go.
I'll just relight the candle and give it back to Wiggy.
Oh, cool. All right, there we go. It's, hey, watch this. As the smoke builds up in the air pocket, I'll like pretend I'm smoking.
Amazing. I bet you can blow some monstrous smoke rings.
Yeah, I could rip some fat clouds. Yeah.
Time to rip some fat clouds. Hang on, do we have that?
Time
Do we
to
have
rip
that in
some
this?
fat clouds.
There it is.
Time to rip some fat clouds.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back. Just in
Okay.
time to rip some fat clouds.
Yeah, for real. Okay. All right. What are we doing? What was the last question asked of me?
We have decided
Mhm.
to not give them the book to auction off at the moment.
Okay.
We will pursue alternative avenues. We have apologized for wasting their time.
Okay. All right.
And it
Fair
also
enough.
sounds like we are going into the debtor's prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
If everyone's
It's
down with
like a
a
haunted house.
yeah, if everyone's down for a spooky haunted house tour.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you guys can. Yeah, they let you go, and everyone who is beginning to seat themselves in the auction house sighs with relief as the distraction begins to exit the building, and you hear the withered voice of Fiddle begin calling as you leave. Um, Now, our first lot for the evening, for the day, is a pretty stone for that special someone in your life. Comes with a lifetime guarantee, and sort of pitters out as you walk out into the fog towards the debtor's prison.
Joke's
Ooh,
on him. I exude the stone he was selling. Oh no,
Once you
it's just
started,
it's just a rock.
Nope, just a rock.
It's just a rock.
once you started saying like that special, like a stone for the special someone, I started instantly thinking about like those channels in the middle of the night that sells fake jewelry all night and like
Yes.
weird night. Oh my god!
All right. You guys want to go to the debtor's prison?
Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you begin to approach, let's see. Um, debtor's Diaz. This stone courtyard is scattered with broken stones and evidently shattered dreams. There are men and women lurking here against the walls and the floor that eye you with suspicion. They look poor and wretched and homeless, and one has a sign that has scribbled upon it, "The end comes," leaning against them.
Ugh. Now I know what it's like to be them. No money, no squeebs.
Fair, do you really need money? I haven't seen you purchase anything.
I mean, I don't know. You guys seem to like it a lot, you know. So
You got FOMO.
yeah.
fear of money out.
Yeah. I mean, like,
That's
I'm not.
that's a real fear.
Yeah, of course Wiggy has fear of money out. He likes to keep all his money in where it gets nice and shiny.
Yeah. I know when I go to the drinking house that they hand them the funny medal, and I figure if I have that, then um, you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you. I get you totally,
Oh
totally.
yeah.
I don't get what he's talking about, but yeah. Uh, so I don't.
Is there like is it open entry to just walk in to this?
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
There appears to be no bar from entry or exit.
What's up, everyone? How you guys doing?
Do you have anything to eat?
I got this candle.
The eyes of the person who is murmured to you widen, and their like hands extend.
Yeah, have at it.
As they grab the candle from you, you feel their like fingers snatch into your gelatin and try to scoop part of you as well and begin gnawing on the candle and the piece of you that they've been able to like claim.
Hey, that okay, all right. That's not cool. Not cool.
What seems to be the
Wow.
problem, Wiggy?
I gave them this lit candle to eat, and they tried to eat their like. Look, they got a piece of me.
Oh, that is rather rude. What are all of you doing here?
There is someone who stands close to one of the walls who says, "Are you lost too?"
Well, in a way, aren't we all lost? I'd turn around to Zidani and Earl and Obsidian and just sort of shrug my shoulders.
That's real.
Right. Turn back around. What is it, my dear? How long have you been lost?
Lost. Lost since. Lost in bidding. Lost in auction. Lost. Lost a lot. Lost the lot. Lost the lot. I bid on. I've given every ounce I had. Told me I could stay here if I had nothing left. I have nothing left. There is nothing left.
Well, I don't understand. Why have you given everything if you've lost the lot? You only give everything if you win the lot.
Their
What's going on, buddy?
eyes sort of
I know you're crying.
falter and look past you
What's wrong?
and say, "I did. I had it. I had it. They gave it was mine. And it's lost. It's gone." And they begin frantically like tearing through the pockets of their clothes and then ripping their clothes off of them, trying to search through their belongings.
Hmm. So it seems at least this poor soul perhaps won an auction and then lost the item which they bid on, or perhaps lost their mind, or perhaps lost both.
Maybe they bid more screens than they had.
Hmm.
Do any of you still have the items you bid on?
Yeah, what do you got in your pockets?
Hand it over.
A few of them begin looking through their belongings. It's very clear that all of them have nothing.
Mm.
One of them uh, looks at you, Zadani, and says, "You look nice."
Well, thank you.
They begin like crawling on their knees, shuffling forward closer to you.
I'll watch in my pockets because I've got pockets in this fucking coat.
Oh, this is starting to get spooky.
Are you warm?
Unfortunately, no, and I will kind of hold out my hands and let them feel very cold. I'm very fucking cold.
Uh, they grasp your hand. Um, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. When they come into contact with you.
Oh, geez, Scoob. All fun and games being a touchy-feely person. Wisdom save. 12.
All right. They their hands hold onto the sides of your hand and press the back of your palm to their cheek, and you can feel tears from their eyes falling down upon you. And just at the touch of them and like their cold breath on your fingers, uh, take 19 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, ooh. I think I'll like jerk my hand away after feeling that. 19?
Yeah, 19. You cannot. You are currently grappled.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. That's what you
Can I?
want.
You begin to feel like the dreadful, inescapable existence that this person is currently living, and also reflect deeply upon the empty afterlife that you are currently living, and the souls that are forced to mingle with you, being told that they must stand within your presence. They are at your beck and call because they have been commanded to do so.
If I could get any paler, I would.
Can I help try to separate these two?
Yeah, you can make a grapple check if you'd like to try to grab Zadani and pull her free.
Help me!
Grab her by her fucking scruff.
Yes!
All right, yeah,
God,
you just
yes!
wrench her away.
I'm walking the fuck outside. I want my first mate. I want my horse. I'm out.
As you're kind of faced with these two creatures, you're reminded that these things were told that they have to be with you. They're not choosing to be here for you.
I just stare at Obsidian.
I think not knowing what really happened in there, Obsidian just kind of sees you and is like, "Oh, your face," and like pats it and casts a cure wounds.
I'm absolutely like hugging her, and I'm like, people people liked me in my life, at least. No, I paid them. They were employee. She's fucking losing it.
I don't think that's true of everyone you've told me about.
I suppose.
Okay.
Hmm.
This place is getting spooky. Hey,
Very spooky.
do you, any of you guys seen Princess Cecilia?
I know Cecilia.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. What do you know about her?
she wanted this, and someone produces a knife that gleams in whatever remaining sunlight you see. But I won this fair and square.
Oh,
Seems like
cool.
somebody has something to say about that.
Yeah, cool. Well, she wanted the knife.
They nod.
Yeah, nice, nice. But you got it. Yeah, good for you. You don't know where she is right now, do you? Wait, is she in here with you guys?
Um,
Are you Cecilia?
why don't you make an investigation check?
Big, a 15.
You see one younger woman with a very pale face and soaked through hair, who has been watching you without saying a thing, sitting quietly in one corner, knees up to her chin, and eyes watching each of you.
You don't have to stare, right? Like I mean, I'm not a person or anything, but like, you got a problem?
She doesn't say anything, she just keeps staring.
I'll slime my way over to her, look at her. Hey, what's your name?
She looks down at the ground, doesn't say anything.
You know, we're looking for somebody, a young girl. You know, she's a princess.
The person who's eating your candle says, she's one of the lost.
I don't know what that means.
Do I know what he's talking about? Lost?
Um, uh, you can roll an insight check. You can just tell me what you roll.
Watch this, guys. Cool.
Ooh.
20. Yeah.
Oh, all right. You're looking around. You see people who are dealing with a lot of things. There's the person who feels lost that he has lost. There is someone here who is ravenously hungry. There is someone here who feels fearsomely lonely and sad. And these oppressive feelings are mirrored in many of the faces that you are looking upon. That same lostness is in this young girl. She is very clearly very upset behind her eyes and has little left.
Okay. Mm.
What are you thinking, Earl?
I think. Okay. Right. She's. I'm assuming this may be her. She's like one of the lost. I don't. When you take the squeams out, like they take a portion of you away, right?
I don't really know how it works, to be honest. I
Well,
mean, I only found out about it yesterday. So
but they did give you squeams for like portions of your person, like your charisma.
I mean, emissary got us that, yeah.
Right.
They use me as like a preservative, like a jam.
Okay. So maybe they. Do you believe we have to give her some squeams back for her to even remember things?
I don't know. I'll like inch a little bit closer and like make myself, small, and I'll say, "Hey, I bet have been a little rude when we first started. Do you mind if we start over? Is that okay?"
She looks into you, and you can feel the attempt at eye contact happening. Let's see. Uh, okay. Yeah. There's a very subtle, slow nod.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a little nicer as I was rude at the beginning of our interaction. I will uh uh I'll think for a moment and then I will mimic the Duchess's voice and I will say, "Cecilia, come home. I miss you. I promise
Uh,
things will be different."
Oh my
this girl's eyes widen, and she grabs at you. Um, let's see. She rolled a 22 to grab you.
Oh, like a grapple check?
It's actually a mechanical attack, but like this will be like it's not a literal grapple, but like that's kind of what's happening in appearance.
Okay, yeah. So is
Yeah.
it like it's like a to hit and then
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I mean
Yeah.
she gets me, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I didn't realize all my other sheets were whispered, not this one. She grasps at you. Uh, you feel at her contact. This her fears seep through into you. You feel a cycle of entities, a zodiac of creatures spiraling through your mind, a dragon, a wolf, a pair of twins, like a litany of figures that like as these as this zodiac spins in a circle through your mind, you recognize as figures from the Tales of Mortimer Filigree,
Yeah.
and a shadow, a blackness that is swallowing this binding circle, uh, and a piece breaking free of this circle and fleeing, skittering into the darkness. Um, and this darkness is continuing to grow and pulse like the beat of a heart as it swells and swells and feels like it is deafening you. Ooh, This is gonna hurt, by the way.
god.
Um, Total of 29 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
She's still like fiercely gripping you as your like senses clear. You still feel that like shuddering psychic onslaught, but she's holding you in her weird panic that she is in.
Uh you see you see my form shake with the psychic damage being inflicted. And it's circumstantially it seems like it's her, but nothing has necessarily been confirmed. Um, but I will uh, I'll I'll say out loud in my voice. Uh, uh, it's I get the sense like it's almost like I'm like possessed by the person, right? It's like I'm just speaking strangely, just saying we can it's run away, it's fled from the darkness. We can't sell the book. We can't sell the book. I don't I don't know if this is her or not.
She speaks immediately.
Yes.
Book, knife,
Yes.
mirror, book, knife, mirror, book, knife, mirror, and she shakes you, like grasping and shaking you.
I'll look to Emissary Truth and just say, "Knife. There's a knife here. I can't let go. There's a knife here."
Okay, which of you has the knife?
The person with the knife tucks it immediately behind their back.
Would you like some food?
They begin to salivate visibly.
Food for the knife. Can't eat a knife.
Mm. Make me a persuasion check.
I will call on the city to assist me, for it knows we need this knife.
Okay. Do you produce food?
I hold out 2 portions of rations.
Okay. You extend them, and this person lashes out for them, dropping the knife immediately. And as the food passes into their hands and into their mouth, you see it begin to instantly rot and mold as it is chewed and swallowed or vomited back up as this person tries to force themselves to eat things instantly rotting within their grasp.
Awesome. I will let go of the rations and pick up the knife and
All
back
right.
up.
Okay. The girl holding a Wigbalum just starts saying knife over and over again.
I'll say in the Duchess's voice, I'm gonna like bring her in for a slimy hug,
Okay.
and just say, "It's okay, it's okay. We're gonna go home now."
Take another 11 points of psychic damage as you envelop her.
And I try to like lift her to her feet and attempt to bring her out of this room.
Yeah, she does not have the strength to fight you, nor does she like actively choose to. Um, but she keeps murmuring, book, mirror, knife, book, mirror, knife, book, mirror, knife.
You know,
I will although I can't move the other, I don't,
Mhm.
I can't move a token for her. I
Yeah.
will bring them out to see if they can pass the boundary of this place.
Yeah, they can.
Does anyone have anything that can quiet her mind?
That's a great question.
Maybe she's
I
diseased.
I start cracking my knuckles.
I go right into the auction house, and I don't care
Okay.
what's going on. Excuse me, fiddle, blind.
They seem very perturbed at the interruption, as does every guest, including a fellow who is entirely enshrouded head to toe in black. You cannot see his face.
Oh, I mean,
Fucking weirdo.
do I think I'm now a little distracted? Do I think this person all in black is related to the Delegation of Joy at all?
No, this appears to
Okay.
be foreign robes, just all in
Great.
black, hooded and dark.
Great. Johnny Cash over there. Fantastic.
It's Batman. Oh,
Good.
okay.
He's holding an auction paddle in his hand.
You two, as I'm pointing at Fiddle and Blind. Is Cecilia up in that debtor's prison?
One of the Mr. Blind looks back at Fiddle, who turns through a little book, and like runs his finger down a list and murmurs something. And Mr. Blind says, "She did make a purchase yesterday at our afternoon auction."
So is that a yes?
If she is there, it is because her debt to the auction house needed to be paid.
Would you be so kind as to step outside for a second so you could identify this individual and let me know whether or not it's Cecilia?
Make an intimidation check.
We will continue with our scheduled appointment. We will be with you momentarily.
The perturbed energy in the room just sort of peaks and heightens.
Oh, so I'm not intimidating enough on my own. Understood. I'll call out to my compatriots. Fiddle and Blind seem to indicate that Cecilia bought something yesterday, a fact that they couldn't tell us yesterday. When asked
Okay.
if Cecilia was in the debtor's prison, they said they'd get to us as soon as they were done with the auction, whenever that was. I was wondering if you all want to wait or if you'd like to step inside and see if we can convince them to be a little bit more generous with their time.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's fucking talk about it. I'm coming inside for sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you think
So,
about it, this interruption is only happening because they withheld information before, so, they can't blame us for interrupting this.
It's
certainly
an
not.
excellent point, Obsidian.
I will. Obviously, guys, do what you'd like. I will remind you that you interrupted them prior to auction starting yesterday and did not stay for the auction in the afternoon.
Don't give a fuck. I just need to
I
get
mean,
my shit.
I'll just say it just for clarity's sake. Uh, but yeah, let's see. Earl, you said you're marching in.
Yeah.
Okay. When you do, please make me a nope, it's not a wisdom. It is wait, it might be. Yes, a wisdom saving throw. This is against charm.
I'm not I'm not number 3 finders for a fucking reason. What if I just fail? I just fail right now.
Fucked around and found out. Certainly found.
13.
All right, you march right in and find yourself turning around and marching right the fuck out.
I don't feel like talking no more.
Oh, Gray, where do you think you're going?
This is just a little loop that's going on. You're right. I feel like talking again. No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's getting written down. That's a note.
Hey Oni, take inspiration. That was great.
Thank you. Gotta get one. Gotta get one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you don't feel like going back in. And in fact, if one of your friends comes through, you should probably just tell them to go the other way.
You're right.
Real.
About a minute passes, and then that charm will eventually fall.
I feel like talking again.
do you, do you go back in?
Well, I feel like at this point it's like I forgot why I left. Why did I want to go back in there? Okay.
What is happening out here?
Well, I think we're waiting until the auctioneers deem it appropriate to speak with us about the Cecilia issue. Perhaps we can find out why she is in such a state. And go from there. I'm all for just taking Cecilia and leaving, but it seems as though she's missing something, and
Well,
Fiddle and Blind likely hold whatever that is.
Let me see if I can. Maybe I can clear things up a little bit. Can somebody please hold on to her so, whoever this is, we don't lose?
Yes, dear, come here. Oh,
She's got a really strong grip.
Yeah, Obsidian, you can take her leeching grasp off of Wigbalum. I will also need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
sheesh.
who would
I'll use that inspiration. I got it.
Okay,
All right. That was
that was an
intelligence.
intelligence save.
It's a 2 on the die. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a 5.
you know who would have guessed wisdom would have been great in the madness and scary town?
Darn.
Obsidian, you are also shared a fraction of the vision of this circle of the zodiac being broken and that darkness and that heartbeat swelling, but you will likewise take 24 points of psychic damage at the vision.
I'll slide in here. Hem.
The
I'm
disgruntled
like
audience once again turns to the interrupter.
I'm going to grab him like I'm a bouncer at a bar. My friend here is being weird. Come on, bro. Come on. You just gotta wait.
Uh, I look up at him and be like, you don't want to start anything you can't finish. Okay, Earl?
Are you threatening me right now, man?
I stretch my top up a little bit to be in line with his face. Oh, it's not a threat if it's a fact, brother.
I kick your fucking ass. Take this outside.
Okay, I look at Fiddle Blind. We'll be right back.
Awesome. The two of you start swinging on each other.
Just like rolling and grappling on the ground.
Yeah.
Damn, turns out you are pretty strong. Oh, how about this?
That actually hurts.
Children, please. Ray of Frost.
As this tussle begins to expand amongst the members of your party, a little bit more time passes within, and eventually, you hear a couple more ringings of the gavel, and then people begin to filter out of the auction house. A few of them grumbling about their losses, and a few eagerly being taken by Mr. Fiddle towards their antechamber. Mr. Blind meets you at the threshold and says, "Now, what can we help you with?"
Hold on, I do want to know. Earl, can we make opposed grapple checks?
You want to do that?
Okay. I do have advantage on mine. It's a 22.
Okay. Let's see. I can lose that.
That's possible for you to lose for sure.
Okay, I got it. What if I nat one? I'm gonna still say I'll let you win regardless. Oh my god. Okay, the app just said no. It said no. There we go. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, never mind.
Roll 20 is keeping the suspense.
We are on the edge of our seat.
Bro, I can't do anything. They got me stuck in my feet.
Do I need to roll it for you?
Please.
You roll like 7.
Let's see. Athletics. Oh, a 24.
Like, you'll never get out of this one.
Just slips right through the goo.
How do you keep doing that?
I would say I'm slippery, but you're slippery.
Oh. I look at release the grasp from Earl Grey and be like, all right, truth.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I meant truth.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with truce. Yeah, let's definitely go with truce.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though I would have won, I
Yeah, whatever. I was kicking your ass.
the true friendship bond is made.
A warrior's bond.
Yeah.
Mr. Blind is sitting with his arms crossed, tapping his fingers on his arm.
Well, it's about time you made it out here. Hey, we got like bones to pick with you, even though I don't currently have bones.
What can we assist you with?
Who is that individual up there? And I will point to the person that Obsidian is assisting.
He leans his head outside, peers, and he says, I believe that is Cecilia of Mordenshire. A customer as of yesterday.
Is that who we're looking for?
Yeah, that's exactly who we're looking
Okay. Okay.
According to our records, she attempted to make a purchase of a mirror we had for auction. She afforded it. However, upon the withdrawal from her account, as low as it was, she elected to discard her winnings.
What did she win?
A battered old thing we had received. It has the power to invoke shadows. I thought perhaps it was something that matched many of the other artifacts she has inquired about. However, she determined upon retrieving the lot that it was not in fact what she had in mind. She still, however, owed the auction house and the debt was paid. We provide her shelter here, given the state she's in.
And she can she leave?
If she's capable of doing so, although who knows what might find her upon leaving.
Okay. Is there any way to But she's got a real spicy grip to her. Is there any way to like fix that? And she seems a little, and I mimic Truth's like cuckoo crazy thing that she did.
She may be lacking, since it has been withdrawn from her, screams that might make her more comprehensible. If any of you wish to make a donation to her case, Mr. Fiddle may offer to provide assistance in the transference.
Well, why don't you just take the squeeb that you gave me yesterday?
I could take that back from you if you wished.
Okay.
To help her, right? You're not just gonna take it like you know, take me.
You have my word. Any screams I withdraw from you today should be given to Cecilia.
Okay, that's gonna make her not. It's gonna make her, better.
Coherent, yes.
Oh.
How
How-
many? How many did she spend? How many is she lacking?
Our records say 7. A very high bid she was willing to offer.
7. I'll be willing to contribute about this.
Very well.
And
I will keep my
what
you as
what
well.
of the mirror that she spent this 7 screams on?
She determined upon receiving it was not what she offered. We elected to take it back and sell it again if it were the case that someone else may find it as valuable as she had perceived it to be.
But she paid the 7 screams for it. It's hers.
If she would like to have it, we can provide it back to her.
She told me she would like to have it back.
I mean, now you gotta make a deception check.
I will definitely have the city assisting me.
You see a little glint in this old man's eye, and he says, "I will restore her property to her." And he goes back to the auction house, to the amount of crates that there are, and begins rooting around. One of the crates that you see visibly shakes and growls as something inside like scratches at the wood crate that it is in. But he retrieves a silver hand mirror that was placed upon a cushion. Um, it has a dull surface, but looking upon it, you kind of feel a little nostalgic for maybe its style or the use of
Mm.
it.
Yeah. So I still want to give her squeeze back. So she bid 7. How much did she give you?
The 7.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh, I can also assist. I think I can certainly give the 1 scream back I got yesterday and probably 1 other on top of that.
I will provide 2 screams.
Is
What's the tally at? 2, 1.
we got 4. Is a Wigblum, is he giving his scream that he received yesterday?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 5.
I'll give 2.
Yes.
Okay. We have an accord, verbal contract. He goes to Cecilia, hands her the mirror. She takes it and starts repeating the word mirror over and over again. And then he begins walking towards to the private chambers for you all to follow.
As he is opening the door, a a line of 4 individuals who look a little bit dazed, maybe a little nauseous, work their way out of the room, each of them holding an odd object, some of them some robes that are bundled all together, one of them holding a twisted staff with charred wood. Um, but each of them with their purchases leaves the room looking a little sick. And each of you can come in for your withdrawal of a scream.
I had the thought of oh, I'll just sleight of hand what they're holding. And I'm like, there's no way they're not gonna notice that.
If they give enough squeams, maybe then.
No.
All right. I'll just go down. Philobex, you said you're giving some, right?
2.
2. All right. And are they going to be from intelligence, charisma, or wisdom?
Charisma.
Okay.
Charisma.
All right. Thank you. I'm not necessarily keeping track of these per se. The count will do, but just so we have it spoken out for our digital record, I guess. Earl Grey, how many are you giving, and from what stat?
Uh, given I'm giving her 2, and they're gonna be coming from my wisdom.
Okay. Nice. All right. Obsidian, you also are offering, right?
Yes, and just so this is one like ability point.
Yes, 1 point per squeam. Yep.
Okay, so I'll give 1 from charisma and 1 from intelligence.
Okay. So we're at a total of 6, and a Wigbalum, you were willing to give the 1 that you had been given yesterday, charisma.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. All right, so Mr. Fiddle goes around to each of you withdrawing a substance from you suspended within a figment of a Wigbalum. Each of you feel that like nausea and change within you as each of these little pieces of you are withdrawn, and each of them are then slowly, carefully returned and injected to this girl Cecilia, who, upon every one of these, her baleful eyes sort of begin to return some of their color and focus, um, until eventually you have someone who appears to have recognition in her gaze, uh, who looks at the mirror that is in her hands again with some confusion. She stows it within her robes and says, "Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you."
it's no big deal.
Happy to help, but I do look forward to getting to hear why you spent so much on a mirror. Very nice to meet you. I am Obsidian.
Cecilia.
Let's Fiddle Blind, thank you. I'm gonna start heading towards the door.
Cecilia is looking at the 2 auctioneers with a little bit of disgust and distaste, and makes her way outside as quickly as she is allowed to.
I'll ask the auctioneers before leaving. Say,
Mhm.
hey, yesterday when we came here, did we tell you we were looking for Cecilia?
You may have.
Okay, so I mean, why didn't you just let us know she was here?
She was not here when you were. Our records are only as kept as our bidders make themselves known.
Yes, but She was here when we showed up today, saying we were still looking for her and had the book she was interested in.
I just thought, we were cool,
The two of them say nothing.
Well, good luck finding any more preservative. I'm going to tell all my friends about this place.
You got them. You fucking got them.
Yeah, I
My
got
God.
as I'm leaving, yeah, I got them. Thanks, bro.
I believe with him. With Willem.
All right. Cecilia has somewhat of the look of someone both a little emaciated and confused, but the focus and wariness in her eyes is now that of someone who understands the danger of the place that she is in, rather than a fearful animal. And she says, "Thank you for paying. Um, one of you has the knife, right? I
That's
saw
correct.
one of you has the knife, and the book. Someone said book. Who said book?
My bad. I think a couple of us said book. You said book a lot.
We do have the Tales of Mortimer Filigree, if that is what you refer to.
Oh, incredible. Where was it?
Is a place you'd least expect it.
It was at a bookstore. It was at a fucking bookstore.
Right, but
Case?
to Wiki's point, such a popular book, you wouldn't expect it to still be available at the bookstore.
Yep. Case closed. What do you guys want to do after this?
I'm
no, I-
very curious to hear what set you on this quest, Cecilia. The Duchess is very eager to have you back. She is incredibly distraught.
Oh no, I'm not going back to that mad woman's house. No.
I understand.
Hey,
I
that's
don't.
my
Why?
that's my wife we're talking.
Oh, my condolences.
Thank you.
But the book, the mirror, the knife, what we should find somewhere to speak, and I'd love to hear from you what is going on here.
Yes. I know a lovely little place. If you don't mind, I could take us there.
Yeah.
Any objections? Anyone?
No.
Yeah, that
But
sounds
on
like a
the
plan.
on the way, you got to tell us about what's going on inside your mind. I saw some weird stuff, like some kind of, I think you call it zodiacs.
You saw it. You saw it. You could see it.
Yeah, you were like,
Mhm.
I mean, you were squeezing me. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yes. I'll tell you all. First we have to find the stairs. And she walks outside into the rain very quickly. And she begins looking around rather frantically, just around corners and around the building and such, um, uh, but just
Can
moving
I
pretty fast.
can I use an action to detect portal?
Fuck yeah.
Will
Oh
that
my
let
god.
me? Will that let me find a stairway?
Yes, yes, it will. This was
God
actually
damn.
precisely the reason I was excited for you to take this class. Um, yeah, she starts heading in a specific direction, and you see as she is walking in that way, the red door appear. And she goes right to it and puts her hand to it and opens the door.
You know,
I will,
truth.
I
Oh,
will
I'm sorry.
follow.
Yeah, I'm going in.
You know,
Hey,
truth. Now I understand what it's like to have a child.
Welcome to parenthood, Wiggy.
It's a crazy
Um,
road. So many late nights.
Earl, are you gonna be okay?
I'm,
I noticed you did not join us the last time we traversed this way.
what I'm going to be okay. It was just that we started going down a weird set of alleyways in this city. Now I know there's a reason why we're going down.
Okay.
Oh, no, you should never do that. Never ever do that.
You see what the fuck I was saying? I'm joining. I'm still I'm like joining.
Yeah, we all go. Does the horse fit?
Yeah, bring the horse.
The magic stairs accommodate the horse magically, correct?
The magic door does not, but the horse does squeeze through. The
Yeah.
stairs are fine. All right. As you enter the stairs, you hear the dripping of water. You see the peeling wallpaper, and you listen to the odd chanting once again in gibberish, uh, echoing above and around you as you walk. Cecilia seems to step with some purpose and has her attention just upward and onward. Philibek's truth.
Mm-hmm.
While you are walking, you see that the stairs come to a little bit of a landing off to the side, to the left. There is a pathway and a red door that seems to take from this upward bound stairs to something different and in a little alcove.
Well, if one red door's good, two's better, right? We should definitely take the second red door.
Is that how the saying goes?
Well, certainly. If there were to be a saying, wouldn't it be said like that?
Yeah, I guess you have a point. All right, this way.
Philibex, you begin approaching the door. The chanting gets a little bit louder and louder, and the darkness around you feels like it begins to tighten, condense, and bear down. We are going to end our session for tonight, but next session we are going to be starting in combat.